She is often regarded as a typical crazy artist. Dame Zaha Hadid. She has overcome the testing of boundaries. She is determined to get her way. She struggles with anger. She is indifferent to practical restraints, and she has resisted an established culture and inflexible society. She has clearly proven herself through her very obvious and famous triumphant successes that can be found around worldwide. Zaha Hadid was awarded the 2016 Royal Gold Medal in recognition of a lifetime work and approved personally by Queen Elizabeth. Dame Zaha Hadid was born in Baghdad, Iraq in 1950. She grew up in a well-educated Islamic family. Her father was an executive and a leader of a progressive National Democratic Party in Iraq. She grew up in one of Baghdad's first Bauhaus-inspired buildings during an era in which modernism meant glamour and progressive thinking in the Middle East. Hadid received a bachelor's degree in mathematics at the American University of Beirut, Lebanon. In 1972, she moved to London, later becoming a British citizen, and enrolled in the Architectural Association School of Architecture. She is trying to discover inventing architecture and forms of urban planning that do something of the same thing in a contemporary way. She went to school in London at a time when everyone was obsessed with an idea. Hadid says, if you didn't have an idea, you were considered a monkey.
But the whole atmosphere was about rebellion, and challenging the kind of status quo. Nobody wanted to be normal.
Hadid says, I learned from a great engineer called Peter Rice to understand the logic of structure. He said architecture is a semi-artistic, be inspired by nature, landscape, and biology and all living things. Taking what she learned from Rice and her other mentors, in 1980, she began her journey and establishes her own architectural firm, Zaha Hadid Architects in England. Now her office boasts more than 400 staff, 950 projects in 44 countries. Hadid was an architect known for her radical deconstructivist designs. She perhaps is known as one of the world's greatest contemporary artists, best known for the strange and seemingly impossible shapes of her buildings. Her aesthetic was inspired by aggressive geometric designs and are characterized by fragmentation, instability, and movement. She also believes that a variety and surprise are important elements to consider in design. She draws her inspiration from constructivists, artists in revolutionary Russia who merged abstract ideas and geometry to produce futuristic versions of architecture. Hadid and her architects designed the Heydar Aliyev Center, following a competition in 2007. The center was designed to become a primary building of the nation's cultural programs, breaking the rigid and frequently monumental Soviet architecture that is predominant in Baku. This building aspires to express the sensibilities of Azeri culture and the optimism of the nation that looks to the future. There, of course, is a continuous relationship with the building's interior and exterior. The building defines a sequence of public and event spaces that are dedicated to the communal gathering of contemporary and traditional Azeri culture. Hadid won a competition in 2011 to design the Changshan Meishiyu International Culture and Arts Center. The project began in 2012 and is currently still under construction. As part of the project, 2 pedestrian bridges will lead over to the festival island on the other side. The project features an 1,800-seat theater, a contemporary art museum showing an original 3-fluid pedal design concept that connects the interior gallery spaces and a smaller multi-purpose venue. Each building was planned as a grouping of pedal-shaped volumes that curve around one another to create a central plaza and a series of connecting lawns, terraces, and pathways. Zaha Hadid also does other contributions to the field of design, one of them being a 90-meter-long super yacht. Using organic forms, fluid and sculptural takes visual inspiration from the water upon which it floats. She envisioned a bio-inspired, almost skeletal framework for the yacht. The interwoven network of glossy white supports on the hull form an ecoskeleton that give the yacht an organic appearance. The design is not only seamlessly combined with technical specifications for ocean crossings, but the overall structure breaks traditional designs of yachts. Hadid is an iconic architect. She conquered the previously unimaginable territory of constructive freedom. Her architectural wonders can be seen everywhere around the globe, often with her trademark curves. Hadid's story tells of a woman that tested boundaries, who was determined to get her way, indifferent to any restraints, opposing the normal, conventional society to design and build what she wanted. She demonstrated courage in overcoming the obstacles of being an Arab woman working in a white male-dominated industry. Hadid has inspired us to fulfill our dreams, to not be held back by scrutiny of our design concepts and inspirations, no matter how outrageous. To not feel dominated and intimidated by men or harsh criticism, to be completely outrageous with our designs and trust our own abilities.
It was clear from the beginning that she would be a name in the history of architecture.